Right now on Denver 7 News at 6, it's a new era for the Broncos. The Walton Pinner Group is officially in charge. Now it's time to get to work.
Putting a winning team on the field is our number one priority.
We have elite level ownership. We have elite level sports being played in Colorado. So now we can step up to the plate and show that we can match that same energy.
What we're already hearing about the future of Empower Field ahead of today's big introduction to Broncos country.
This morning, the Department of Justice and the FBI are staying quiet about why they searched former President Trump's Florida resort. But we're learning Trump himself may reveal the motive behind the unprecedented raid.
If you're looking for a new home, some good news, you'll find less of a bidding war in Colorado.
I'm Denver 7's Veronica Acosta, breaking down a brand new report that shows advantages for both buyers and sellers in a really hot housing market.
And he's only 8. But this boy has a real talent for mowing lawns, and he's using this skill to give back to the community. Right now on Denver 7 News at 6, Mar-a-Lago under siege. The FBI seizes boxes of documents overnight from the former president's Florida resort.
Another day in paradise. This was a strange day.
And we have new details about the focus of this unprecedented move by the Justice Department.
And we'll take you inside the training that prepared Denver firefighters for these dramatic flooding rescues.
This is when he was walking back and had them both on his shoulders. Oh yeah, he was definitely strong to do that. That takes a lot of body strength.
Parents, we know how expensive school supplies are. Schools are doing what they can to help.
I'm Denver 7's Veronica Acosta. Teachers are pitching in to make sure students have whatever they need to succeed this year.
And it's a test of your brain power and your balance.
I'm just trying to stay upright.
We'll dive into a new exhibit looking to make learning fun for all ages.
Our most popular is the pork green chili.
Chef John Hinman will tell you pie changed his life. Or at least it was the special ingredient he needed to change it himself.
I didn't expect for it to turn into what it's becoming today.
Long before Hinman Pies, John was plummeting toward rock bottom. Nearly homeless and facing jail time, he left the fast-paced, high-stress restaurant industry to get sober.
Took about 1.5 years off and came back to the restaurant business, and I saw the same kind of sad eyes that I once had, and I wanted to do something.
And 3 years ago, Chow, or Culinary Hospitality Outreach Wellness, was born.
Chow's all about hearing your story come out of somebody else's mouth and learning that you're not alone.
Chow gives hospitality workers a safe place to share their struggles with mental health and addiction. It became a lifeline for an industry hit hard by the pandemic.
My problems that I face mostly, I'd say, are depression and addiction to alcohol.
That's how I've kind of medicated myself, through food.
I'm watching it just get a little bit bigger. It's amazing. It's really, truly amazing.
Chow now hosts meetings 4 days a week and has expanded to Colorado Springs and Steamboat Springs.
What we'd like to see is that people start talking about it, start addressing it, and changing a little bit about the industry.
For John, who's still sober, making pie brought out the best in him.
The salted maple.
Something he wants for others in the industry too.
At the core of it, we all have this pain in our heart, and how do you fix what you can't heal? How do you fix what you can't see, where it hurts the most? And that's by talking about it and releasing that air valve just a little bit.
We heard about what you're doing for the industry, and on behalf of Denver 7 and American Financing, we want to honor you as a Denver 7 Everyday Hero.
Wow.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
At the corner of South Stewart Street in Denver, Matt Durr and his crew are building a better community.
Charitable giving is part of our DNA at the company. We actually give 2% of our top line revenue to charity every year.
Matt owns Senco Building Services, a roofing contracting company he started in 2013. But it's his partnership with the nonprofit Blues and Barbecue for Better Housing, which raises money for affordable housing, that's really at the core of his business.
And so we're fortunate enough to have community partners like Blues and Barbecue for Better Housing and Habitat for Humanity that enable us to put roofs on at no cost for people that need them in the community.
Every year, Matt and his team donate their time and materials to install roofs for Colorado families in need, families like the Hayes.
It lifts a financial burden off our shoulder.
They couldn't afford the roof they've needed for more than a decade. Dad Christopher, an Army veteran, was overcome by Matt's generosity.
The support that they're showing veterans is definitely awesome.
We came in and we were able to replace the roof and gutters and made a significant change in their life to protect their home for someone that had put their time and service to the country. So it was meaningful for us as well.
In total, Matt and his team have given 7 roofs to Colorado families, each one costing between $12,000 and $20,000.
He'll get out there and he'll actually dig the hole. He gets up on the roofs and he swings a hammer. He's just fantastic. Super cool guy to work with. Yeah, just salt of the earth.
Salt of the earth with the heart of an everyday hero.
We heard about how you've been donating roofs, and on behalf of Denver 7 and American Financing, we want to honor you as a Denver 7 everyday hero. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Yeah. This is an event that Alex would have adored. Food trucks and beer and music and mostly friends and family and new friends. This is just something that he would love to be at, and we honestly feel him here every year that we attend it. We can feel his spirit here.
Whether or not you're a huge beer drinker or not, if you come in the door and you're a victim's family member, or if you somehow had the theater shooting affect you, you're collaborating and talking with all the different kinds of people who have different stories. Every single person who's here probably remembers what happened that day, where they were, how they were affected by it. So this festival is way different than any other beer festival in that sense that you get people talking with one another and you hear people's stories and you create a bond immediately with someone who you're literally just in line getting a beer with. This was what Alex liked. He liked beer, he liked food, he liked friends, he liked hanging out. This was what kind of lit a fire in him, you know? Every time he came in the brewery, it was like a kid at Christmas. He was like, oh, what's new, what's new? So he would have loved this, and he would have loved it even more that this was in his name.
You can't change the past, but moving forward, we can celebrate their lives. I mean, there's so many people that have been affected by this. To see this amount of people here, all holding this cup with Alex's silhouette on it, it just, it makes our hearts so full. And knowing that every person that purchased this cup is helping kids with unique needs, and moving forward, Alex's mission, what he wanted to accomplish in life, is incredible. And we couldn't be more thankful for that.